Hello, everybody. My name is Franklin, and I'm really excited today to talk to you about LingQ versus Readlang. I've used both of these programs to help me read in Spanish faster. And so let's get into this presentation right now. I want to say hello to Language Learning Lover. It's nice to see you here in the live chat as well. Okay, so we're going into the presentation, and I just want to share with you about what I've done. I've read over 1 million Spanish words with LingQ, and I've read 69 pages with Readlang in Spanish, and both are helpful programs. Now, the book that I was reading with Readlang recently is El Ministerio de Corrección. English title is Ministry of Healing. I'll put a link in the description if you want to read that for free as well. All right, so I just was using Readlang for like the past 3 weeks in preparation for this video, so I would really understand how this really functions. All right, and so here we go. I want to share with you my evaluation thought process. Okay, I'm not evaluating content in Readlang or LingQ, and the reason why I'm saying that is because both of these programs I really like, that they can allow you to be able to read whatever you want to read. So I like to read things like El Ministerio de Corrección or El Camino Cristo or El Deseado de Todas las Gentes or all these other things. So I get to do whatever I want in reading. And so I don't need to look at what Readlang does or has in their content library or what LingQ has. Okay, and so I want to talk about something else here. I'm not assessing the review system of Readlang or LingQ. Now, both of them have built-in review systems, but at the same time, I think that the real built-in system, review system, is when you read more. When you read more, guess what? You're going to encounter some of the same words that you have seen in the past. So to me, I think what you should do is just read more. That's what I've done. So I looked at LingQ's review system. I thought it was interesting, but I'm not really into doing the flashcards and all of that. So I haven't really paid too much attention to that. And I didn't even look at Readlang's review system at all. All right, let's go into the next part of this. I've used the paid versions of both Readlang and also LingQ. I've been using LingQ for, I don't know, at least probably at least 2 years or over a year, probably 2 years or so. And then, like I said, I've used Readlang for about 3 weeks. Okay, so I also wanted to show you something that I got from Readlang. When I paid for Readlang, I got this. It said, receipt from Readlang, part of Duolingo Incorporated. So I thought that was really interesting. I did not know beforehand that Readlang, according to the receipt I got, that's the only thing I have. So, hey, there might be another source that says this is not the case. But according to the receipt I got, Readlang is part of Duolingo. And if that's the case, then I think that Duolingo has a software program that can actually give it some substance and take it from just this beginner level thing to something that really, intermediate and advanced users can be using as well. And I think that it can even be more refined with Duolingo. I don't believe that Duolingo has fully integrated Readlang into its software at this moment in time of this recording, but that is something to keep in mind, I think, as we go forward with that insight. Okay, so let's look at this. Now, what is interesting, when I look at some things and use Readlang and LingQ to help me understand things in Spanish, I get to see something that has a little disclaimer saying that Google Translate is used. So if you look at Readlang on the left of the screen, if I click on a word, it will say in the bottom right, it will say powered by Google Translate. And then when I'm in sentence mode of LingQ, then I also have something that says, if I click on the translation button, it will say translation by Google. So both of them, both LingQ and also Readlang, are using, at least in part, some of Google's translations powers to be able to provide this service. And so if you want to just use Google itself and not even use Readlang or LingQ, then I have done a video about how to use the Google Translate web extension to help you read things in Spanish and even other languages faster. And so what I'll do is I'll put a YouTube card right up here in case you want to see that video. All right, so I want to share with you now some of my evaluation between both of these. Okay, Link versus Readlang. I really am focused on ease of use because for me, I just want to read. So I just need something that's going to help me read. That's basically it. I know there's a lot of extra features sometimes, but that's what I want to do. So let's look at ease of use. Importing books is the first thing I want to talk about. Now with Readlang, what I can do in importing books is I don't have as many options as Link. So Link wins on that, I guess, with the importing options because I can import a PDF into Link. I cannot do that with Readlang. But what Readlang gives me is like just limited options of how I can import things. And one of the options is to import things with an EPUB document. And so not all the books that maybe you want to import have the EPUB format. There's another format that you can use with Readlang, at least one other format. But I tried importing a book with EPUB. And if you don't have an EPUB format, they give you a link to show you how you can convert the book so it will work. But when I imported El Ministerio de Corrección into Readlang, I was just shocked at what happened because I had the chapters of El Ministerio de Corrección imported properly. I did not have to do things that I've had to do with Link with like a PDF version. Well, you can't do it with a PDF, but I mean, if I wanted to have individual chapters with Link, I would have to import things individually, all those chapters individually, which is something I don't have to do with Readlang, at least with the book I used. The chapters just imported, and I thought that was really nice. Okay, let's go and look at some other things with Readlang versus Link as well. I like the app. I honestly like the website version of Readlang a lot better than Link. I think that Link has just kind of like an outdated website, and so they need to really update that a little bit more, I believe. I like the app, especially. I think the app for Link is where it shines, and so that is what I like to use the most with Link. I think if I use the website with Link, then I have to use the basically the computer version because I have a bigger screen when I use the computer, and so I'm able to read a little bit better. But when I'm using a smaller screen, like if I have to use a phone when I'm using Link, then basically it doesn't work as well because it doesn't seem like it's so mobile friendly. But when I have used the website version of Readlang, and that's basically the only version you can use, that Readlang does not have an app, I am able to use it properly with a good ease of use for both the desktop or laptop version as well as the mobile version. I've gone back and forth using it for the website. I'm sorry, for a mobile version and also for a computer laptop version, and I've had good results with Readlang. All right, so I want to continue here and talk about some other things. And actually, I should say something with the website. What is really cool with Readlang is that when I click on words with Readlang, then I get to see the translation of a word. If I have used the Readlang, I think it's a Chrome extension if I'm not mistaken, it just works out of the box without me having to specifically go and import something into Readlang many times. Sometimes I have to import something into Readlang in order for it to work. Whereas with Link, you have to import a website into Link in order for Link to work. So Readlang has a better opportunity of working right out of the box versus Link. All right, so let's continue on here. Also, I like to be able to select text that I want to translate. So you can click on a word and it can translate in Readlang, but you can also select multiple text and it can translate as well. And on Link, you don't have that option of basically being able to select text, multiple text. You can put something in sentence mode, which is what I've done. And so you can get basically kind of the same text that you wanted to select in sentence mode, but it's basically Link selects the text or gives you a portion of text that will be in sentence mode that might not be exactly what you want to fully translate, but you can translate phrases using the sentence mode feature of Link. But on Readlang, you get to be a little bit more specific in what you are choosing to look at and use. So I like that better. And then you can, on both of the apps, you can use it to hear audio transcribed. I think they're using Google Translate if I'm not mistaken. And I like that on both of the features. I think with LingQ it's a little bit nicer because if I want to hear the audio more than once, all I have to do is click a button and then it will play again. Whereas with Readlang, if I want to hear the audio transcribed again, I have to click on the word or I might have to select the text again. So it's a little bit more cumbersome, not too much, but it's a little bit more cumbersome with Readlang. All right, I want to continue here in this presentation. And with dictionaries, I think that LingQ gives you a little bit more dictionaries right out the box, because it's not like LingQ is not necessarily providing the dictionaries, but it allows you to be able to find out translations from other websites in a easier way. Basically, they have a shortcut to go to these dictionary websites, so it's just easier to use with LingQ. But with Readlang, you basically have one website that you can go to at one time, but you can modify that website. It doesn't have to be the default dictionary that Readlang uses. You can use another dictionary. You just configuring that with Readlang if you want. So I can say that, but a lot of times I don't use the dictionary with Readlang, or I don't even use the additional dictionaries that I'm talking about with either Readlang or LingQ. I just use the built-in dictionary, and that's sufficient for most of what I need. Also, one thing that LingQ has, talking about dictionaries, is that LingQ allows users to be able to submit definitions of words and all that, and I don't think that Readlang has that functionality at the time of this recording. Okay, so let's continue on here. And so one thing I like about Readlang is that, let's say I want to look at multiple words that I have selected, maybe on one page, to see what those dictionary definitions are. I'm able to do that. Whereas using the Google Translate web extension or using LingQ, I have to click on a word, or I can see the phrase in the sentence mode like I talked about. But then after I finish that, I move on to looking at something else, I'm not able to see those definitions again. I'm not able to see those definitions pop up in addition to me clicking on something else like I'm able to do when I use Readlang. So I like that a little bit better, Readlang's feature. Okay, and then I want to show you some other things here. And statistics, I think that the statistics are a little bit better with LingQ because I'm able to see the word count. And I like that feature with LingQ. I know that I've read over 1 million words in Spanish with LingQ. It's not as easy to see how many words I've read with Readlang. And then I like the little different colors that the words have with LingQ to let me know basically how I'm doing with those type of words. So it's a little bit more detailed in statistics with LingQ, which I like. But also Readlang has its own features, and one of those features is it allows me, when I import something, to help me to know what is the CEFR level of what I'm reading. So when I imported El Ministerio de Corrección, I found out that the CEFR level of that is B2, according to whatever Readlang has used to determine that. I don't know if they're using the Duolingo CEFR checker to do that. I've talked about the Duolingo CEFR checker, and I'll put a link up here if you want to see their YouTube card. But anyway, those are some of those statistics that both of them have. And also when I import things to Readlang, I can also see the amount of words that are in the imported documents. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and continue in this presentation. One thing that Readlang does not allow you to do that LingQ allows you to do is you can import audio into LingQ, which I think is a nice feature. I haven't used it as much, but especially if you have a good audio book that you're able to import, then you're able to listen to maybe a native person speak and then also read the book at the same time, which helps with a reading experience. And so you don't have the option with Readlang. All right, and then I want to talk about the price. So with Readlang, the price is $5 a month, and what I am currently paying for LingQ is $12.99 a month, I believe. So you're able to get a less, I mean, you can pay less with using LingQ if you want. If you're paying for like a yearly subscription with LingQ, they have deals if you want to pay for it on a longer basis. But I've just done the monthly basis. Readlang is a little bit cheaper. So what I would recommend is trying and testing out Readlang. And I would go in this order. I would test out trying out the Google Translate web extension. Then if you want to have something that has a little bit more robust features, I would test out Readlang. And then if you want to try something else, then I would test out LingQ. And I don't think you'll go wrong with trying out all three of those software programs. I believe they're all nice. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put on the screen my video about the Google Translate web extension. I think that's a really good video to watch because, again, you can be reading and use a reader for free. And there's also a video that YouTube recommends, and I hope to see you in the next video.